I'm Judy Shaw for NYSE Floor Talk. Joining me today is Andrew Coley. He is founder and CEO at Emonster Finance. Andrew, it's wonderful to have you here. Thanks for joining me today.
It's a pleasure. Thank you for having me here. Thanks so much.
Yeah, so I'm very much looking forward to talking. But before we get started, quick note to viewers, this interview is for informational purposes only. The NYSE doesn't recommend any investments or investment strategies. All right, so Andrew, what's Emonster Finance?
So what Emonster Finance is I've decided to create a decentralized platform for climate tech companies to be able to, I guess you could say I don't want to say I'm removing the venture investor out, right? But I figured that with DeFi technology, you can aggregate investors into a more capital efficient structure and allow climate tech companies to raise money through a DeFi exchange. Then I also created an NFT marketplace that allows climate tech or climate projects per se to get into the digital tokenization space. So they can come to us with their own project, we can help them do their own project. Because I think what a lot of climate and, I threw nonprofits in there, don't realize the power of what digital assets are doing now is you get constant residuals as it continues to trade, and you can build that into the smart contract where you constantly get paid. So some of these companies, they have to have these big swanky events, have a fundraiser. Well, now you can kind of put this asset on chain and let them continue to, people enjoy, and you also can continue to keep making money off of it. So that's kind of the preface on why I made it.
All right, so talk to me about what you're doing for the average person.
So what we're doing for the average person is, so I do have a fund, and on the fund side of things, that ticket size is usually pretty large to get into. So the average person usually doesn't have $5 million to deposit into a GP LP structure and then let it sit there for 10 years when you can eventually return the money to them. So what I said is this tech again allows, let's say a soccer mom wants to put in $500 into Rocco's solar panel in California. He can create that token and then he can do that. And so then you allow the average investor to start to aggregate into some of this technology.
What made you decide to support climate companies?
Well, so I had, my previous experience, I had created a battery leasing company that reduced diesel consumption by 99% in telecom towers. But we did really, really well, but then we hit a brick wall because the return coupon that we had to pay back a fund was outstripping where we could actually grow to and where the market price point kind of came into. So I said to myself, well, if we can retool some of these things and we can retool this, we can then create this product. So that's what I've done.
All right, and tell me, how are you unique? What makes you different from everyone else out there?
So the unique side of things is what I'm saying. So where I've actually done really well in my life is taking something already on the shelf and repurposing it. So there's not necessarily technology risk. It's like what I did with the battery stuff. I was buying the same 18650 cells Elon Musk was. And I was just putting them in a stationary telecom tower. I have had pioneers come well ahead of me, have done really, really well. And basically I've taken what they've already done and I said, we're just going to apply it here to this subset of the market.
All right. Well, Andrew, wonderful to talk with you. Thanks for joining me on Floor Talk today.
Pleasure.